All right, so we're back in the shop for another week of piddling on the poverty pump project here. And been at work for the last few days, so Alex got tired of waiting on us and came out here and did all this work himself. Ain't it right, Alex?
Every bit of it.
But anyways, as you can see, pump is back on. Turbos are in here. Some of the pie cuts are done on the piping. We still got to make the intercooler piping and a down pipe. I'm gonna put some new AC components in. We'll just put this back in for now to get clearance on everything. But anyways, it's coming along. Got some powder coat stuff over here for it too. But anyways, now for all you second gen guys that's been bugging the crap out of me, we got a second gen brackets here that we're working on. This should be the final revision of them. So we'll see. I'm gonna mount them up on this truck, see how they do. And if they work good, we'll have a batch being made for you guys. But anyways, we'll get to getting this bumper mounted. That way we can figure out an intercooler mount for the big boy, wherever it's at. Got a on-3 6-inch intercooler right here. So we got to get that mounted up in here. So we're going to get this bumper mounted where it needs to be. And then we'll see about how we're going to get that intercooler mounted in here. But anyways, we'll get back to it. All right, everybody. So got a lot of catching up to do. Sorry, it's been a little while since I've had any content on here. It's been a little bit hectic around here. It's been really, really hot. So the motivation to pick up the camera while you're out here just sweating like crazy, working on stuff is just not really there. So tried to get as much footage as I can and still get work accomplished in here. And then also with our regular work schedules and things that were going on, it kind of limited a little bit of time out here, but quick update on where we are on everything. So real quick, as you can see, Brandon's truck is out of the shop. It's, I'm gonna say 99% wrapped up. There's a couple small things that we've got to work out in the engine bay here. Some things that are gonna still get cleaned up we're not done with yet as far as that goes, but the truck is running and driving. One minor thing is, like you can see, that's the coolant temp or coolant level sensor, I guess you would say, back here if the camera would focus. Right now it's just zip tied up so he doesn't have a light, because as you can tell, we swapped to one of the Amazon special coolant tanks. So we've got to get that sorted out once I figure out aluminum TIG welding, but for now it'll do what it's supposed to. I take that back, it will keep it from having a light for now. But anyways, the truck is together, truck's running. The only thing of any real concern right now is that we have a small tuning issue that's got to be lined out. So we're gonna get that straight over the next couple days, and then this truck will be back on the road doing its thing and with him having fun. Also, as you can see, AJ's truck is out here. We've done some tasteful modifications to it, so to speak, to get it set up for a sled pull this weekend. As you can see, under the bottom there is a U-joint shield that we kind of threw together. We did some rear suspension changes, some trial stuff that we think is going to work really well. We're going to probably upgrade and improve upon in the future, but for now, it's pretty much ready for the sled pull this weekend. And then on to the 12 valve. And yes, the dad bod is outside for once, and it's been sitting out in the rain for the last couple of days, so not super happy about that, but got to do what we got to do. Shop's been kind of full. But anyways, I'm not exactly sure where we had left off on this truck in the last video, so I'll kind of pick up where I think we were. So the boys at KDD took care of the head for us. The head got ported. I think it got a valve job. It got surfaced, got O-rings, and they got everything checked out, made sure everything was good, and got it back for us. Got the pump. That's a stage 4 pump from Farrell. Got some new lines from Shide because the old ones were in rough shape. Started working on some wiring in the engine bay, as you can see over here. Still got a ways to go on that, but it's starting to come together. Owen has come over and started welding on the turbo kit. This is something that Nathan's been working on. It's gonna be a full pie cut compound kit, so it's pretty nifty. Then I guess got the battery mounted back here. The wiring, it's not exactly how it's gonna be, but the wiring is in. We've got a shut-off switch here from Flaming River. We've still got to run the bar out the back of the truck. Air dog is just temporarily mounted on the other side, but we ran fuel lines. And then we got the quick connects on the bumper. So I know a lot of you second gen guys have been eating me up about ready to get these bumper brackets. I'm doing my best. As you can see, this truck has got some on it, as you can see right here and on the front, just like on the third gens. And they work pretty well, but the clips on the bottom don't latch the way that I would like. Don't really know how to explain it. They're really hard to get to latch, and then they don't want to unlatch. So it's something to do with the misalignment, because the second gen bumper has an angle to it that the third gens don't. So the design doesn't really transfer over the way that I wanted it to. So I've got to make a couple modifications, but I want to make sure it's 100% before you guys start getting them. So still working that out. But anyways, that is on the truck. Also, we have the intercooler somewhat mounted. As you can see, it's the big 6-inch on 3. It's a little bit wobbly because we have it sitting on some rubber mounts on the bottom. We've got to do something to secure it on the back side here to kind of keep it spacing away from the radiator where we want it and keep it from moving around as much. But we still have to build the piping to come from here and go up on both sides. But it's starting to come together. And then other than that, this wheel and tire setup, boy, goodness gracious. these things look freaking sick. So these are 28 1450 Hoosier QuickTime Pro, I believe. That's DOT approved slick, I believe. I didn't find these tires. This is something that Alex found. He wanted to try, and they look really sick on the truck. They fill it out pretty well. The truck, when it's at ride height, will be about 2 inches higher, but it gives you a pretty good idea how it's going to sit, and they look pretty good. And we also did get the first fire on the truck. We did just kind of jump the starter to get it running, so we do have some wiring left to do, but the truck started up and ran great. So we know that the engine's good, fuel system's good, didn't try to run away, nothing stupid like that yet. So everything seemed happy. So we're gonna finish up hopefully in the coming week, wrapping up the rest of this stuff. We've got to finish up the air dog, we've got to finish up wiring, and then a little bit of piping work. So that's pretty much the main parts of it. Then hooking up trans coolers. But other than that, that pretty much sums up where we're at. So I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go out here and probably get a data log on Brandon's truck to send to the tuner and see what's going on with that. But anyways, like I said, that pretty much catches us up here. I'll hopefully in the next video, I'll be able to show some footage from how AJ did at the pool and some of the other guys that are there. But anyways, I guess I'll leave out on a note. I know by now, by the time this video comes out, everybody's seen about the unfortunate situation with Turbo Tom. For those of you that didn't actually ever get to meet him in person, he was a heck of a nice guy, man. He's one of these guys that didn't forget where he came from. He still felt like he was the little guy, which in some aspects he was, but he had grown a lot. He had a really big following. He had the support of some really good people, and he had done really big things with a small amount of resources. And it's really unfortunate to see somebody like him go, especially at this age. But, you know, this is the game we play. And not going to get into the whole what happened and all of that. It doesn't matter. But in the end, the main thing is, you know, just safety is number one. You know, if the class requires you to have a fire jacket, if the class requires you to have a roll cage, all of this, it's for a reason. It's because these trucks are extremely heavy, and going at those speeds, you need these things to potentially save your life. So think about your family, think about your kids if you have them, think about, you know, your friends. I mean, you know, I don't know your situation, but think about all these things when you go into it. Do everything you can to make sure that you go home the way that you went to the track. So anyways, I'm going to post a link in the description. There's a GoFundMe that is running now to try to get some money to help support his family in this time. So I'll be sure to put that down in the description below. And if you guys feel like it or have the means, then of course, try to send some money if it strikes you. So anyways, we're going to leave off there. Shout out to Tom. Learned a lot from him. Still learn from him. I still go back and watch a lot of his videos. So anyways, you guys try to be more like Tom. Help each other out. But anyways, I guess we'll sign off in memory of Tom. And just remind you guys to get out in the garage and get to wrenching. We'll see you guys next time.